On this week's Spotlight Music Series, we are so happy to welcome back our good friend, singer-songwriter Eddie Bush. It's good to see you.
So good to see you as well, Leyla.
Goodness gracious. So from what it sounds like, you have been a busy, busy man. What have you been up to lately?
Well, I teach guitar by day, and the quarantine sent me even more folks, and so I've been teaching every day. I took both of my days off and turned them into active days just to take in all the folks that are learning. So
that's wonderful. And in addition to that, you've just released a brand new CD. What is it called?
It's called The Next Right Thing.
The Next Right Thing. And when did you compile this? When did you put this together?
Well, I've been putting out a record every year on my birthday for a few years now, and we were, headed into doing that last year, and just decided to slow down. We decided to kind of take a look at the material that we were working with, and so it's really the result of probably about 18 months worth of writing. There are 18 songs on this record. I'm really, really pumped about this collection.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more about this. Well, a happy birthday is due.
Thank you.
Yeah. So who is on this album? Is it mostly you, or are you collaborating with any other musicians?
I collaborated from a writing standpoint with some really great people. I wrote the leadoff single "Come Alive" with the great Craig Wiseman, who, he's just had his 28th #1 single, so you probably know his music. And I wrote songs with Marcus Hummon, who's a Grammy-winning writer from Nashville that also produced my group One Flew South. And I wrote with Amy Foster, who's the daughter of David Foster, the famous producer. She wrote the song "Broke Down Girl" with me and my friend Chris Roberts from One Flew South. So there's lots of folks that I worked with on the record, and my friend Dave Matthews, as always, he produced the record, and so it's just he and I on this record. It's pretty cool, actually, how we put this together.
I just find it so cool that by 2 degrees of separation, I know Dave Matthews. But even better, 1st degree of separation, that I know you, Eddie Bush. You have worked with, the number of musicians that you have collaborated with, who've collaborated with you. You've done so much over the course of your career. Can you remind us of some of those highlights?
Well, I played Farm Aid in 2008 when I was in One Flew South, which of course was Willie Nelson and Neil Young and John Mellencamp, Dave Matthews, Kenny Chesney, The Pretenders, Steve Earle. It's just in one show. I played the very first, in '94, I played one of the first Wave Fests, which was, 24,000 people at Brittlebank Park. And I think that was Matthew Sweet, Cracker, and myself. I've toured with Eric Johnson. I've played with Keith Urban, with Sammy Hagar and Ted Nugent and Cheap Trick and REO Speedwagon, and
the list goes on and on
and on. And yeah, it just goes on and on and on.
That's incredible. And so each birthday that comes along, you've released a new album. Things have been a little bit different this time around, but you have released a remastered album of yours. Which one is this?
The record's called Piece of Confusion, and it came out in 1991. What a great period that was for myself and the group. We had a group called the Eddie Bush Group at the time, and we were signed to a label called HMG Records, which was home to the Blue Dogs, to Uncle Mingo, and to us. My friend Robert Graves owned that label, and Piece of Confusion was my second record. It was my first full-length disc, arguably the first CD by a local group.
Oh, wow.
Because it was such new media. I remember that was in
a
local paper. But it was definitely one of the first, without a doubt. And it was super popular. I think we sold it out. I think they released like 2,000 copies or something and sold it out in about 6 months.
Wow. Well, fast forward to today, you've released your latest album, The Next Right Thing. We're going to be hearing from that album coming up after the break. But first, anybody who wants to see you perform, you're going to have your first outing tonight at the Windjammer. You're also going to be performing in Somerville, Folly Beach, Pawleys Island. So we're going to put all those dates up there so people can come out and see you do your thing. I want to thank you so much, Eddie, for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great to see you. We're going to hear some of your music after this. Don't go anywhere.
We both needed space, time we need to take. Now I'm left with my reflection. It's an empty space, a bed unmade. Did we lose connection? Please tell me, when did it come undone? You know I believe in our love. Take my heart when you go, 'cause I didn't know how much love would leave you cold. Distance is so hard when you feel so far. My mistakes are all my own. Baby, you take my heart when you go. When you go. It's a weekend break, a temporary stay, another morning without you beside me. I get it all now, my part and I ain't proud, and I know what it means to be alone.